3, 2, 1.
A little bit of wind came out at the same time.
From what?
My bum.
Your bum.
Whoa, okay, into the intro.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Hello there, and welcome to CrossCast episode 86, recorded on Tuesday, 6th September 2022. My name is Lewis, and today I'm joined by two absolute guys. The first of them being, doesn't care about story, doesn't care about gameplay, doesn't care about graphics, doesn't care about genre, doesn't care about art style, doesn't care about the game, doesn't care about hygiene, doesn't care about work, doesn't care about food, doesn't care about co-play, doesn't care about co-play fans, doesn't care about you, fucking hates you. He only cares about his gamer score. Isn't that right, Alex?
No, I hate nobody. I'm a lover, not a hater. And I definitely care about Coldplay. I mean, I'm still sad that I had to miss going to see Coldplay, so that's a touchy subject.
I think, I mean, it's not gonna bring back the gig that you missed.
No.
But Asai Records in Edinburgh have like their most recent album for £13 on vinyl, which is a massive rip-off. It's a Coldplay album, but you like them, so it might have some value for you.
It might. I do have one Coldplay album on vinyl. I had a special edition of Milo Xyloto. So that's on vinyl. So maybe I'd do that.
You could have made that up. Is that a Coldplay album? I don't know. It just sounded like
It is
noise.
indeed a Coldplay.
Thought it was a venereal disease, that.
Oh, and you heard them there. Fructose, sucrose, glucose, and everything like those. These were ingredients used to make a boy. The boy. The perfect boy. Nathaniel Ward was born.
Liz Truss is a cunt.
Well, today's not going to be the episode we try not to swear.
No, not today. We've ruined
Not
it
today.
already. How long?
No.
How quick have we finished that? That's
65 seconds.
if that.
Yeah.
Something. Gone in 65
Reckon.
seconds. There we go. That's a blue movie.
That's good. Yeah. He's both well. Both well.
Quim Diesel.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of the actors in it.
That could be one for we created our own movie. That's one.
Ooh.
For next He's both okay. You're both well.
Good, mate. You?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Alex, what's that big silvery can you've got? It looks just like Miller Lite or something.
It's pop soda, dark cherry. It's a Planet Over Profit soda made by Brewdog.
Oh, so you've moved on
Okay.
from the Soda Stream.
No, it was left in Tesco, and my mother-in-law works
Stole
in
it.
Tesco, and they were all going for free because they were taking them off sale. So I got 2 bags. Of them.
Really? Why would they take? Do you know why? Why would they take them off sale? Just no one
I
liked
think
them.
because she works in one of the smaller stores, I think ultimately they can only hold so many items, so it gets to the stage where stuff has to get taken off to make way for other things, and they don't then sell it. They just give it to stuff.
Oh, okay, that's good. Hmm.
I'm quite happy with that,
Yeah, fine,
and it's nice.
fine. Reasonable
Recommend it.
story.
Yeah.
Dan, you got anything delicious?
Yeah.
Delicious, Dan.
Tory lemonade.
Oh yeah.
Last
Oh,
can.
a tall can.
Yeah. What? They only do it
Yeah,
in
they've
tall cans
changed a
now.
lot of them recently now, haven't you?
Yeah, they've taken away
Does
the
that still
little.
come with a? Or does it ask? Did they have the foil lid?
No, it's gone. It's gone. Yeah, they got rid of it. So it's cheaper. It was cheaper by 40 pence, I think, for the 6 cans. So it's the same amount in a can, just a bit taller. But our fridge is annoying because like the top part where I put the cans and then store them with the face turning forwards.
That's how you Because normally you would have the fridge's door open and you would have your head like that, facing away from the fridge. Is that what you mean? You face the fridge when you put stuff in it?
What do you assume of me? Do you assume of me just being this like wild caveman running around the house like an absolute?
So sorry. Have you faced up everything in the fridge? Opens the fridge. There's one can that's like with its barcode facing out. Dan's like that.
Just where friends and family come round. Where's Dan? Oh, he's got his arse in the freezer again. You know what he's like. Nah, it's just good like courtesy in it. Like you want the cans facing forward. Like it's like if you've got your food stuffs and you want to make sure that you can see the best before date and or the name of the food stuff that you've got. You want to have meat on the bottom shelf. You want to have things at the top that are non-perishable. Like it's just good practice. Write into idon'tgiveafuck@gmail.com if you've got your own anecdotes over how you store your fridge. Let us know, please, because it's important.
And Lewis had just got all these Switch games in alphabetical order in the middle shelf.
You haven't got fridges in the fucking in the north.
It's cold enough for your natural fridge.
It's one thing to note there. That anyone who's ever goes to Dan's never accept anything from him from the fridge because he puts his arse in it and obviously manages to grab things.
I said the freezer. I said the freezer.
Just pops one out.
Is that open? Muscular bum.
Why am I getting bullied? It's not fair. It's not fair.
All right. I mean, it's just it's just a podcast. I've not got any other little sections before we can jump in. I don't want to do bin chat again. I will do bin chat.
I mean, you should.
I will do bin chat. I will do bin chat.
Black bin's night.
I'm not doing a bin chat in a couple of months.
Yeah.
The bin people.
Down at the bottom of the garden.
Bin people. They were on strike here.
Oh,
quite
are
rightly
they?
so.
Oh, okay.
And it was through the festival as well. And I went up into Edinburgh 2 weeks ago, and it was like a sea of just garbage all across the floor around
It's
every
like
bin.
in A New Hope, where they go into like the trash compactor, and it's just like that monster. It's just underneath all the
it was
shit.
exactly like that. So it was pretty nasty. Someone's coming to the city for the first time. That's the first thing you see. But the bin people need to strike. They don't feel they're getting enough
Which is fair.
recompense
Yeah.
for it, which is completely fair.
Do they like lobby anywhere? Do you give them a beep in the car when you go past them, or anything like that, or are they just?
I've not seen any. I've not seen anyone.
Okay. Do you reckon they like?
But the,
do you reckon they strike at home as well, and they're just like?
just stuff out the window.
Just like, oh, I'm not doing it.
So the Midlothian Council, which is the
Near
where I
Narnia.
live,
Yeah.
in Narnia, yeah. They were on strike last week here, and the blue bins, the recycling bins went out. Fine. I didn't put my bin out last week because I wasn't going to get picked up, but some people did on my street.
Yes.
They did. And I was like, they're on strike. It's not going to get picked up. What are you expecting? We went across the street, walked out our front door, and on Monday morning, bin day, opened up the lid. She's scowled, looking at the bin. It's not been emptied yet. Puts the lid back down, goes back in the house, comes back out. Half an hour later, picks it back up again. Looking in the bin again. It's like, but nothing's going to happen. It's going to remain full for the next 2 weeks.
So you out
get picked up.
You out the curtain like.
What?
She's at the bin again. She's at the bin again.
It's like
Ronald, get your bin
she's
away.
there. And then so bins were picked up on Monday. The normal general waste bin picked up, but some people put out their blue bins on Monday, including my next door neighbour there, and it didn't get picked up, and it's still there as we speak.
Yeah, most
Yes.
of my neighbours, most of my neighbours have had their
Sharp's
bins
getting too
out
close.
for days.
That's
Hoping that
annoying.
their bins are going to get emptied, and I'm like, they're not coming. They're not coming. We did
Took,
have a random. If you wanted to get rid of your general waste, you could drop it off at the local school. We had it the weekend.
What?
Why, when you can just drive somewhere near a field and just dump it?
Yeah.
Why?
Just chuck it
Why
a
is
moving
school?
car.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Why a school? Poor
A central
kids.
point for easy bin collection.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but strange decision.
Strange choice, yes.
Yeah. I'm sure that's where you
Any
want
bin-
people dumping trash. Like,
Yeah.
you're not allowed near the
Any-
school. Oh, I've got to get rid of me bin. You get away.
Hiding in the bin bags.
Yeah, put them near the vulnerable. That's sensible, isn't it? I know.
Yeah, any exciting bin chat from you guys?
Black bin. So I did the cat litter before I finished, before I started with you guys, I should say. And
Come back in time to record.
Kit did a poo, so like that got in the black bin just in time, which I'm pretty happy with. So that's always good.
Yeah.
I think it's a bin clean day tomorrow as well. So big day, big day.
Ooh.
So on you go, Dan. Apologies.
Oh
Sorry,
no,
on you go.
no, crack of mine was.
I'm
gonna be
about
boring.
to move on to a poo story, so you can continue with your bin story.
Well, the only last part about the bin was you guys moaning about a strike, but we didn't have a strike in Liverpool. We just didn't have our green bin collected, which is the garden waste, for 6 weeks. I think it was. No, it's longer than that.
Oof.
I think it was like 8, 9 weeks.
Really?
And it literally everyone's green bin was out for that amount of time. At one point, they were that under resourced. We had the black bin out, which is general waste. We had the recycling bin out, which is the brown bin, and then we had the green bin out. So we had the trifecta of bins all out.
Nice.
You couldn't have had any more bins out, Lewis. There was 3 bins. Some people had like 5 bins out because they've got multiple bins in their household as well. It was
If
just
someone coming down the street in a really low car would have been like, "There's no houses on the street, it's just bins."
yeah.
Mario driving down there in his Mario Kart.
I know, yeah. Yeah, it would have been good on Mario Kart. A lot of banana peels. On you go with your poo story now. Come on, I'm intrigued.
If people ever wonder why when I host the podcasts are an hour and 45 minutes, this is a classic example.
I'm here for it this week. I need this. So
I think I might put this in WhatsApp. So a little while ago, I bought a refurbished, because I didn't want to spend full price on it, a refurbished robot vacuum cleaner, because again, these old put that moth's back. These old tatty sack blinds are eventually going to go.
okay,
I'm getting shutters up here.
good choice.
They were ordered like in June. They're just taking ages to come. Also downstairs in the sort of living room bit. But we got that room decorated, so we took all the curtains and blinds down and chucked them because we were going to get binned. But that was in April. So we've been without blinds there since that point. So it's been annoying me because I've got 2 dogs and a cat as well as children. Come in the morning and the floor, you could see like dog hairs or whatever, just like general, filth on the floor. I was like, it's really annoying me. It didn't take long to hoover up. I was like, I want to come downstairs and not feel like I need to hoover in the morning. So I was like, I think these robot vacuum cleaner things, fine, good. Picked one up. I also recently got a cat in May. And we promoted her from the little litter tray to a bigger one that's got a little door on the front. And my wife has worked with this kind of animals for a while. She's far more knowledgeable in this than me. So I decided to make an executive decision. She'd put a little clip thing on the front of the litter tray to prop the door open so that Jura, the cat, could get in.
Okay.
Without being like, oh, there's a thing there. I don't want to. Can I go through? Because she tried it a couple of times and we were unconvinced she was going to make it through. She used to have a cat at her mum and dad's, and Alfie never ever went through the door, so they removed the door. And so she put the clip on so that there was a gap, so that she could see that I can get in there to do my toilet. And I was like, she'll be fine. She'll be fine with that. She'll be fine. I've kind of pushed her in. She'll be all right. She knows she can get in there. I took the clip off, and then I went to my bed. In the morning, I was down the stairs.
I remember the WhatsApp.
Yeah, a clock at the bottom of the stairs. A little poo, a little jobby on the floor. I was like, okay. I've also got the Hoover to come on at 6 in the morning. This was after 6. So my eyes go from looking at the.
You hoovering it?
No. So the robot comes on at 6 in the morning and goes round.
Sorry, the
downstairs.
text. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it goes round downstairs. And I sort of look at the poo. I'm like, okay, an event has happened right here. There's a poo right there. And I sort of look up. So the bottom of my stairs and the front door. Look at the front door, and then there's the foot mat, what you would call it, thing you scuff your feet on. So I think that's where she's done the toilet. Because on that, it was like just properly just smeared and just properly stomped in to this thing, which has been binned because it didn't bend anyway, and it was like, now I
not safe,
well and truly well in there.
Yeah,
And so I go and I sort of go through the living room and I kneel down and I look at the robot vacuum cleaner and I pull it out, and it is just the wheels have poo embedded in them. The brush has got poo in it. Up inside the front wheel that does all this kind of turning, there was poo all the way around the inside. there was poo in the bit where it collects all the waste, all the dirt. It was just full of shit, just full of shit. And I was sat there with, what did I use? A screwdriver bit, a flat screwdriver bit. I was sat there scraping away the poo from inside the tires and stuff. This was all at around 7:30 in the morning. It was a grim day. Grim.
Yeah, we've had that a couple of times with Cherry, where she just like defecated for some reason. But there was one time when I was like trying to get her to come into the conservatory where the cat litter is, and she was just like determined to shit on the rug, and she was just kept on like getting herself in a prime position. And in the end, I picked her up, and because I jolted her up and she scared herself, she just cacked all over the wall, and it just went. And it was just like, fuck! Like immediately, just like, well, that's the wallpaper ruined. So
yeah,
cats, man. Like I was always told, well, Soph was just like, yeah, you know, cats are really clean, look after themselves. Load of shit. I'd take a dog any
literally.
day. Yeah, literally, take a dog any day in terms of how filthy cats can be. And that shit's like, it's when you disturb the shit compared to a dog shit. It's like an actual turd, isn't it? But because the cats, it's like. I don't know. It's like some sort of fondant. Yeah. Well, no, like it's solid to begin with, but it's like in Aladdin, you know, where he touches the gold and then it turns to goo. It's like that, but it's, as it turns to goo, the stench just hits you full blown. Welcome to the cat cast, by the way. We're talking about all of the.
I'm so glad I don't have animals.
You say cack cast or cat cast?
Cat cast is probably better.
Either one.
Either one works. The cat cast.
Yeah. No, it was bad. And it's like, if I hadn't taken the clip off, she would have been more confident in going in, and it would have been fine.
There you go. You live and learn. Poor robot.
Yeah, that's it. Learn my lesson. But like you said, this is a podcast where we speak about games in that. So shall we and move on into pick up and play?
Oh, why not?
Hi there. Welcome to Pick Up and Play.
Hi. Quimmy Jones.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything other than that word for actors. But Vinnie Jones is also in Gone in 60 Seconds. Vin Diesel isn't, so that joke works. Nicolas Cage, he's in it.
Nicolas Cage. Ben Diesel.
He's not in the film.
In chat.
He's not in the film. No, he's not. Vinnie Jones, Giovanni Ribisi, Angelina Jolie, Will Patton. Help me out. Just take over, please.
What film was it?
Gone in
60 Seconds.
Oh, the one from Lost.
I don't know who that one is. There's quite a few.
I don't know.
Eccleston's in it.
Alex.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
When someone says the name Giovanni to you, what do you think of?
The guy out of Strictly.
Giovanni. When someone says Giovanni to me, well, I'd think of Giovanni Van Bronckhorst.
Van Bronckhorst, yeah, because that's just curious. What's up?
I love how it's like the lad out of Strictly Come
that one as
Dancing.
well.
Yeah, he's a baby. Giovanni.
Strictly's back soon, exciting.
It is, isn't it?
Jesus.
And the Bake Off.
Yeah, we'll be doing
Back next week.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, next thing you know, we'll be doing a Christmas terror alert. All coming back to us.
It's not far off.
It's not. It's happening.
Yeah, pick up and play. It's a bit where we talk about things that we've picked up and stuff we've played. Alex,
Yeah.
I'm going to come to you. If you've got any pickups,
I don't see. I was thinking about this, and I don't think I have. I did buy some Lego, but I think that was maybe the last time I was here. So
did you buy the Lego before the price went up?
Yes. But one of the ones I got was new anyway, so I don't think it was going to put the price up on that one. But I got BD1, so I've got he's tried to place on my shelf. He's very nice. He's lovely. Nice little droid for my shelf. But I don't think I picked up any games. Well, other than some Game Pass ones, which is what I've been playing. If you would like me to go straight into that.
Please.
Yes. So, the first game I've been playing that I don't know. No, it wasn't out the last time I was here. I have mentioned it before, but I think it was I've been playing Tinykin. I don't know if either of you guys have heard of or aware of Tinykin.
I've
Yeah,
seen an image, like the splash screen or whatever.
The Tinykin's a little puzzle platformer game. Almost there's a lot of kind of inspiration coming from Pikmin to a certain extent. Pikmin's something I've never really played.
Sorry?
Mark, you challenge that.
Pikmin! Pikmin!
Has anybody ever played
Pikmin.
Pikmin?
I don't know how you say it.
Pikmin.
Guys, should we
You don't
should we go to a restaurant? Do you want to get a takeaway, or should we have a picnic?
Right, fuck off. So it takes its inspirations from Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Other opposite. Come on.
Has anybody ever said Pokemon? Pikmin?
Okay, sorry. And however you would like to pronounce that Nintendo series, it takes its inspirations from there. So you are Mylodane, who's this little almost like space explorer who's coming to Earth to explore and see what's left, and finds that there's nothing left. Essentially, all the humans have deserted Earth, and all that's really left is insects and what had to be these little tinykin. So you have to explore this house through various different platforming puzzle levels to put together a spaceship to escape. Sounds fairly simple. It is fairly simple. So there's 6 levels, and within each level Mylodane himself is a tiny little guy, and then he's got all these little tiny kin that he needs to gather up to help him to explore. So there's 5 different types of tinykin, you each with a different colour. So you've got a pink one that can kind of carry things, move objects. You have a red one which is explosive. You have a green one which you can then pile them on top of each other, become a ladder, you can climb up them. You then have the blue one which is electric, and you can make currents and circuits, so you need to join together like a plug to the end of a wire and place them through to create the circuit, and a yellow one which forms a bridge. And you need to use those 5 different times, and they kind of build up as you go through the levels. You'll start off at the beginning that you've only got like one type, and then you get more as you go as it progresses. To work your way through, which is generally like one main objective per level, to get that part of the spaceship essentially that you're trying to escape in or get back to your planet in. But then there's also like a whole load of other like side missions where you can then be rewarded with like artifacts from the museum, or you need to collect like pollen to get bubbles, which the more bubbles you get, the longer you can then float between platforms, things like that. So it's all kind of built up that way, but it's just a really nice little game. The kind of main differences from Pikmin are there's no there's no combat at all, so it's purely like puzzle platforming and exploring, and you can't lose the tinykin. Once you've found them, they stay with you, so you can like whistle and they'll all gather back around you. So once you have found them, they're with you for the rest of that level, and they stay within the levels. The levels themselves are like different rooms of the house, so they've got like a kitchen, a bathroom, a greenhouse, a lounge, bedroom, and then each one has like kind of themed objectives and what you need to do. Like the bathroom, one of the things is you need to create like a laser party in the bath for all these ducks and stuff. It's all quite cute and quite funny. The kitchen, you need to find ingredients to make a cake in the mixer, and kind of find ways to get the tinykin to bring them back to the mixer. It's really well done from a small indie studio. Really cute, charming, funny at points as well, and I think the art style is really nice. It's 3D environments and 3D work. Reminded me a bit in that way. I don't know if either of you have played It Takes Two, but that kind of environment where you're like these kind of mini characters in the household settings, it's kind of a little bit like that, but the characters are all 2D, so they all kind of really pop in that 3D setting. But
so looking at images just now, I think that I love that art style.
It's great.
It looks really cool.
I started it, and then I think I played and finished it, like completed it in 3 nights, if even. That's probably for full completion, you maybe about 10 hours. To get everything in the game, you probably get through. If you just wanted to get through like the story and stuff and explore a bit, you probably do it 6 or 7. But definitely worth a look. I really enjoyed it. I say it's on Game Pass for anyone, but it's also it's available on all platforms. So one that you have to pick up anywhere, but I'd highly recommend it. I really enjoyed that.
It's weird because like I've played Pikmin, and Pikmin's on the shared account, but it's never been a game that I've wanted to play. Like my one thing for Pikmin 3, is it Pikmin 3, the most recent one? Was that there was like the trailer for it, and it was like something else happens, and then it's like cut to the Pikmin, the yellow Pikmin was just fucking flying about somewhere, and then the red went to the red Pikmin, and the red Pikmin is like lying on its side, like resting its head on its hand, on its arm, like that, like almost saying like come to bed. It was really weird. It was really weird, and it's kind of like I'm not sure I want to get fondled by a Pikmin, but this looks really cool.
Yeah, as the only reason I had it on my radar was I think back to like summer Game Festy time, and like Xbox and Idea Xbox did that kind of summer demos festival thing, and it was one of the demos that released for that, and I'd played it on there and I really enjoyed the demo, so I'd been looking forward to it coming.
Looks cool.
Highly recommend giving that one a look. As well as that, I've kind of had a little bit of a platform frenzy. So another game that's just been released on Xbox. It's been out on Switch for a while, and it's come to Xbox and PlayStation. Is The Company Man? I don't know if either of you have heard of this one.
No.
It's about it's a 2D platform, but this one's more actiony. So you're kind of fighting your way through different dungeony levels. You're a character, Jim, who started a new job in like the Good Water Corporation and has it's like the most awful corporation, and his terrible first day. He's demoted to the bottom rung of the ladder, and he needs to fight his way back to the top. Kind of fighting through 7 different levels of the organisation to become ultimately CFO and make change. But it's all kind of based on that office environment. So as you're going through it, like you start off and your main weapon's a keyboard, but it's like a keyboard sword. All the environments are like offices and like the different departments. So some of the things you're going through, like you need to kind of wade your way past like paper shredders and things like that, or like the obstacles you need to get around, or it's like receptionists with fire breath that you're fighting against, and all these kinds of things. It's just like a total piss take of the office culture. For each save point and kind of regeneration point, it's a coffee station, so your coffee's what kind of gets you to kind of keep going. And then you can upgrade and get extra abilities like I think hate mail that you can fire out at people, and things like that. It's just all quite cool. They do the same, even like obviously you don't get this in the Switch, but like with the trophies and the achievements, they're themed around like office-based things. So it's like how long it takes you to complete the game, and it's whether that's like a full shift, a night shift, a half shift. There's all these kind of different things given to the achievements and things like that. I mean, it's a good game. It's quite tough.
What kind of game is it?
It's 2D action platformer. So it's kind of combat's pretty decent, quite tight. Not too difficult, but I think there's some people that might find it quite difficult. There's no easy mode. It's normal and hard.
Not one for Ben then.
No, probably not one for me really. But I've actually didn't do too badly with it. I think the one thing is probably it's $16.74 on the Xbox, $15.99 on the PlayStation, and $17.99 on the Switch. But it's been in the Switch for a wee while now, so it's probably, don't know, maybe it just feels a wee bit high, but maybe that's just because I'm used to this type of game coming to Game Pass. It feels like a game that should have launched into Game Pass, but it's a decent enough game. I quite enjoyed it.
No. I think this is where you like nail the games that you play in the week, because you always pick off like the ones that are just interesting little like bite-sized indies. Whereas, like I said, I tried to play like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 or whatever it's called, and then is it 2 or 3? 3, isn't it? And I was just like, oh my god, my head was just like cabbaged. I was like, I'm not playing games now for like 2 weeks to just put me off completely.
I know I love a little finite game. That's very much my bag at the minute. It's just finding something that's maybe no longer than 10 hours. Like that's kind of my limit.
That's amazing you say that. I remember even up to maybe last year saying, 10 hours, and everyone was saying like 10 hours is the ideal length for a game. And I was like, nah, I still like longer games. I like a longer game. But now, I'm like, I'll check how long to beat, and if it's more than like 12, 15 hours, I'm like, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed over the last little while is that longer games I'll just drop off.
Yeah.
Like, it's not against the quality of a longer game, and it's definitely got its place. It's just
Yeah, definitely.
just at the moment in terms of like where everything is, it's good to kind of pick up. Like Court of the Lamb, I still haven't finished it, but I'm really excited to go back to it and play it when I've got the headspace for it. But yeah, I like to pick off more games like that. I need to get a decent mobile game as well. So I haven't played a decent one in a while. Last one I played was Donut County.
Oh, it's got the DLC for Grindstone.
Good point.
yeah.
Bought that game. That's dangerous because the DLC. How many extra levels is it?
I don't know, but then they've also got this is the DLC, which I think is in space. I've not gone back to it since I spoke about it before. But then there's like weekly challenges, and that like expands by 15 stages at a time, I think. Yeah,
Right.
but it's a dangerous game. That's like you look at your phone and you look back up and it's dark. You're like, what the fuck?
Another one. I don't know. I suppose Dan, you're not really are you really a driving person? But Horizon Chase Turbo sequel, Horizon Chase 2 is just coming out. Has just come out as an Apple Arcade exclusive.
Okay, I could try
Right.
it. Like, I don't mind
strange
like very fun memories of like old driving games. Like some of I think the first F1 game that came out on the PS2. God knows what year it was or what game it was. Like I played that to death. Absolutely loved it. Had the wheel for it and everything, but just completely dropped off it over the years. I loved Forza Horizon, the last one. But even then, like I said, the last couple of times I tried to get online with you guys, kind of like soured the experience a little bit. So I do need to go back to it. I do need to play it again.
I think so.
Only other thing I've been playing, I'm not going to say too much about this because I have written a review on the website. So if you head over to crossplayers.com, you can see. But
Nice plug.
We Are OFK. I know we talked about this a bit at the time when it'd been advertised through some of the showcases. It was the one where it's almost like the making the band. So it's this electronic.
Looked cool.
Electronic bands put together, a kind of releasing their EP, and there's 5 episodes, and each episode's about one of their songs and like different things in the life of not even a millennial, but it's that kind of. It definitely made me feel a little bit old, but it's been quite cool. So 4 of the 5 episodes are now out, and the last one drops this Friday. So I'm really looking forward to that. I've quite enjoyed that. Not much of a game, to be fair, but quite a nice little story and experience. The songs are actually decent. Yeah,
it's like K-poppy, or is it? What would you describe
it's
it as?
kind of more kind of indie electric pop. There may be a little bit of K-pop in there, but it's not. It's fairly all right. Kind of. I've quite enjoyed that. And the only bit of the game that really actually is a game is for each of the songs. There's a specific when they get to the part of the chapter that kind of gives you the song. Like each song is like a music video, but it's an interactive music video. So that's the only time you're really playing anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Quite cool.
Still interesting. Cool.
It's good.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it.
Thanks for saying K-pop there, Dan, because up to this point I called it K-pop.
Kebab.
Could be. I might be wrong. Rarely am,
I think you're right.
but could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think.
Might be one of those rare occasions.
K-pop.
Might be.
Anything else, Alex?
No, I think that's me. I've dabbled in a few other wee things, but nothing worth talking about.
Danny boy?
Alex just needs to switch his camera and I can't see him. I've not played a lot, to be brutally honest. I've been it's because you're wearing camouflage. It was a joke. It was too on the nose to be.
Right. It's to commemorate the new camouflage skin and DualSense.
Okay.
I was just getting in the
Thank you. Thank you, man. I can't see on the screen. There's another
Thank you,
joke.
floating head.
Did you see that complete confusion in my face?
I know
what
are.
are you talking about? And like,
Oh shit. Not played a lot. No, not played a lot last 2 weeks. I think spoke a lot about Court of the Lamb already. And like I said, that's the game I'm kind of like chipping away at a little bit at the moment. I think I spoke about Curse the Golf as well, which was really, really fun. It's definitely worthwhile a little go of that. I'm looking forward to kicking on with it. But I'm quite happy with like the game collection I've got at the moment and things that I want to chip away at. I will go into Xenoblade 3. I'm just waiting for an opportunity to kind of give myself a bit of clear headroom just to go and play it for like maybe a couple of days and then see where I get to. But I might try and do it this weekend because everyone that's playing it seems to just be completely unified. Everyone loves it. So,
and even Ben, all like you, myself, and Ben all kind of came off Xenoblade, the remake.
Yeah.
The one with Ryan.
Yeah.
They were the same sort of feel, like we played it for 4 hours or whatever, and we're like, nah, not sure.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I do about Monster Hunter with Xenoblade. Like the aesthetics quite similar at times. Like and the it's a real JRPG. You know, it really is something where you've got to be a, like kind of like die-hard JRPG fan, I think, to really love the series in the way that you do. And it doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, which is fine. But and I'll always cite Persona 5 in this, but when you've got games like Persona 5 out there that try and do something a little bit more stylized, and I think the storylines are a little bit better. Like it's just the opening kind of, there's war going on, there's everything's blowing up, we've all got fancy swords, you know, people have got certain moves and magic. It was like it just didn't. It's not gripping me like some other experiences are. You know, where like again, Court of the Lambs is really simple, throwaway kind of game, but the story in it's really interesting and funny. It's really well done, well executed, and it's a short experience that I can kind of enjoy over, you know, for me, a couple of weeks. So, but I'm using the train a lot more. I'm getting the type of train that doesn't rock from side to side. That's going to make me feel sick. So I think I'll take the Switch a couple of times. I'll start plugging away at it and see how I go. Report back. But it hasn't stopped me buying stuff.
Never.
Splatoon 3 this weekend. Very excited about. We're going to talk about that in a bit, I think. But can't wait for that. I think there's quite a few of us that are picking up as well, so that'll be interesting, especially EGX. I'm going to kick all your asses. Did we talk about the Death Store?
Team game, that's a team game.
Team game, kick your asses. Did we talk about Death Store Special Edition? I feel like we didn't, but that came a while ago, maybe like 2-3 weeks. So that's
shiny.
very, very nice. 2,974 of 5,000 is my edition. Went plumb for the Switch one, but very, very nice game. Really, really cool. A little bit of artwork. Again, another game that I've still not played, but the reason I bought it for Switch is that I feel I'll play it on the Switch. There you go.
Such a good game.
Yeah, it is.
Loads of people rave on it, don't they? But it's that similar kind of experience to Cult of the Lamb in terms of the actual gameplay loop. I want you to kind of kick on a little bit through a relatively simple story that's just addictive. So excited about that. That's it, really. Probably everything. Yeah.
Good. Was that a special reserve?
Yes.
That one?
Yeah, and I just pre-ordered the Cult of the Lamb from there as well. Today.
Yeah, I seen that, and then I seen that, and I went into super rare. That's special reserve. Okay,
special reserve. Yeah, I didn't get the one with all the tat in it this time, which I was tempted to, because there was one of 150 where it came with like a little plush and all the tat.
I really want one of the little plushes. They were selling them separately before the game came out, and they totally sold out at the beginning. I really quite like one of them.
Yeah, but even the animation on the actual plush is just that, as in it's not animation, but the facial expression. Yeah, it's just like perfectly executed compared to what it is in the game. So yeah, I'd want one of them. I think they're going for 60-70 quid now on eBay typically.
Wow. I'd like one of them, and I'd like a little tunic.
Okay, I like tunic. Yeah.
Honestly, I was like, a tunic. A
little fox.
I need to play that.
Primark, a tunic. That's what Alex calls.
And I love the tunic. Yeah,
that's what Alex calls a dressing gown.
I was like, turmeric. What's the other about? But yeah, apart from that, I've not really picked anything up. It's been quite nice and quiet, I think, for games. But we're about to hit a stupid season, aren't we? So get the wallets out.
Yep. Well, in contrast to the last few months, I have actually bought a couple of things. One of them is right here. The price of it finally went down to somewhere where I was happy to pay. It went to 20 quid.
Calm down, Mark.
It was a hit target price using Hammond's theorem, and it's the Zelda Game & Watch.
How much did they start out
at? 50.
Were they 50? Oh my god.
It was £20 on Amazon last week. I don't know what. I don't know. Probably.
I'll have a look.
Because I think just in first. I think was it 21?
Yeah,
or something?
It was. Yeah, it was a few days after game. I think as we came, I went into game, but they take everything out of the boxes.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I don't need fingerprints all over them.
$21.99. So it's down from $49.99 to $21.49 at the moment with free returns. Yeah,
that's probably the price That's probably the price I paid actually. Rounded down to 20 quid.
Decent.
I also got the Cowabunga collection.
I'm tempted by that now. I've seen you with it.
It's cool. I mean, the games are cool, but I'd say almost say the bit that I find most interesting is the archive is probably a strong word, but there's lots in there. I forget. I'm trying to get my messages up. But in the turtle layer, there are sections where you can go in. You can look at all the box art for the games. There's like the high res copies of all the original boxes for the games. There's full soundtracks. There's magazine ads. There's media kits. There's strategy guides. There's excerpts from the comics and stills from the TV show, all within the game, and it's really, really cool as how they do it. And it's like you can zoom in, you can sort of read bits and pieces, and it's just like that, like a snapshot of the 80s and 90s are just right there. It's really, really cool.
Yeah. I've seen a few reviews say it's like the new gold standard for this type of remaster. This is what people should aim to achieve.
That's interesting. Okay. Could be tempted by that.
I probably can't see it. That's the fingerprinted telephone screen. But it's in Discord. crossplayers.com/Discord. Come in and have a look at these pictures. Yeah, so it's really cool. And I've started Tournament Fighters, like the Street Fighter style game, and Turtles in Time.
Decent.
How did it play?
Tournament Fighters is really, really good. There's different versions for the Mega Drive and the SNES. The SNES version's lovely. The Mega Drive version's not as good. I'd say Turtles in Time, I can almost expect it to be the exact same as Shredder's Revenge.
Okay.
But it's just that lovely. It's older. It's like, also I can't do like a special move. I'm just not good enough to do a special move. But it's basically just 2 buttons. At least at the moment, I've only done 2 stages. Yeah, since I got it. But I think it was like £24 or something. Like I think they've got 13 games in there. Some Game Boy games, SNES games, arcade games. I think it's worth it, to be fair.
It's a clever concept, and like I said, that if that's the gold standard of like remasters for that kind of generation of game where you get absolutely everything, then yeah, fantastic. Yeah, Pokemon take note. Pokemon Company.
Definitely. In terms of played, I'll touch on. So I played 2 games recently. Alex, you reminded me of a game when you were talking about the Company Man, and that's I've played the Stanley Parable over the last couple of weeks, and I'm sure I've said this before, but I don't think I've laughed as much playing a game. It's so good, funny. The narrator. I mean, all you're doing is I think you can complete the game in 4 minutes. Like the main objective, air quotes, main objective. But there are so many different possibilities for stories and puzzles that come out. And what you do on screen, there'll be some occasions where the narrator, there's a guy talking, going, "Oh, Stanley was over there. He wondered why no one was here. He went to the meeting room." But if you do things, you get to a point where you can, if you know a code, and it's not a spoiler, know a code to get through a door, and you do the code before the narrator stopped speaking, and it goes, "Stanley thought he was better than the narrator and wanted to get done." And it's stuff like that, and it's just such a clever, and like you'll go off on tangents, and it's just really funny. It's really, really funny.
If you take the door that he told you not to take, like I told you not to take that door. That's not the way you are supposed to be going.
Yeah, it's really, really funny. But the gameplay, all you're doing is walking around. You might hit like A or circle or B, depending on what you're playing on, to pick up something, to carry a bucket or a door or something. But all you're doing is walking around. But the real joy, and honestly, it's fantastic. It's just the dialogue for me and the way that the narrator sort of details what's going to happen. Because he'll either tell you what you're going to do, or like what's happening, and it's really, really funny. It's really funny. I'd recommend it to anybody.
Yeah.
There's like a Half-Life 2 mod or something, and originally. Something like that, I can't remember. But really, really good.
Did you get to the part where you find, I don't know if I feel like it was in a shed or something, it's been quite a wee while since I played it, but it had all of the old reviews for the first game.
Yes.
Reading through them, it just takes the absolute piss. It's just It's the humor of the narrator that makes the game. Like
Yeah.
that is the game ultimately more than the game itself.
Yeah. So after that, that's because they talk about because it's what's it called? Ultra Deluxe.
Ultra Deluxe.
How disappointing these things are, and like the Ultra Deluxe that you're kind of presented with initially is quite disappointing. It's just like this bit where you jump a few times. So he goes, "Oh, we're going to create a new game." So from that point on, when you boot the game back up, the title screen calls it Stanley Parable 2. And it's just silly stuff like that.
It's aware of itself in a good way, yeah.
Yeah, so like when you first turn the game on, you're asked to put in the time. And you go, okay, right. And then you don't think anything of it. You put in the time, fine. Close the game down. An indeterminate amount of time might pass until the next time you boot the game up. But then if you put in the time again, it'll say, you've taken the time, presumably to put in the accurate time as per your location, despite it having no impact on the time in game or the game itself. It's like that extra care you've taken. It's just daft stuff like that. And it's
so well thought through.
Yeah, it is. It
I like
really
that.
is.
It's good.
It's very self-aware, as you said. Yes, I'd recommend that game to anybody. But over the last few days, I was obviously aware it was coming out, but I didn't realize it was so soon. The Last of Us Part 1, but I've been playing Last of Us Part 2.
Okay, cool.
So I'm around 10 hours in, I think. And that is a masterpiece in storytelling. Oh dear. It's
horrible,
like,
isn't it?
I watched you stream the opening, and like when you're in the shack or whatever, and you're Joel, and you're on your horse going down to the village. I can't remember. It's Jackson, the village.
Yeah.
And I think I turned, because like I'm going to play it. I don't want to see anymore, so I think I turned I turned the stream off. It's like, I'm watching this rubbish. No, I wanted to I didn't want these kind of games. I don't want to see anything as little as possible. So it's this kind of game I've got like muted on Twitter for when I do go on there. But it's just gripping. The storytelling is sublime. It's so good, so good. It makes me want to just go straight from this into the Part 1 remake.
Yeah,
even though I've got the remaster of Part 1, I think it's like, I want to play the updated version. But yeah, Last of Us 2, oh dearie me, so good.
Some of the parts I've got to, I think I'm about 20 hours in on my play, and like I said, I've just not finished it for that reason. But it's a masterpiece, and it's such a heavy game in terms of like how it delivers the story to you. You end up just like sitting there taking away the world, and I kept on finding myself, I was switching off going like, fuck, I really hope the X doesn't happen, or Y doesn't happen, or Z doesn't happen to the characters. So I ended up just not playing it, because I was like, I just don't want to find out yet, because it's just like, you get so invested. And it's like Ellie's relationship, and like the way Joel is, like all of the characters, the weight behind them, and the meaning of them as well. It's like, it's a horrible. It's like Game of Thrones, isn't it? It's like you're waiting for the shit to happen. You're like, fuck, no, please don't.
That whole, I'm not going to assume, I can't remember, but that whole relationship that Ellie has with other characters, like the main, I would say one of the main, I absolutely love. I love that. Yeah. And I love what they've done with it. I think it's I don't know. I don't have words to say, but I think it's like a kind of it's not, to say it's a good message is an understatement, but I think it's like just a I don't know. It just is. I was just so happy about what was happening.
It's a lovely
in the game.
It's a lovely sentiment, but it also removes any of the like on the nose romance aspects of like just any sort of relationship, regardless of whether it's, I'm not going to ruin the game, but whether it's same sex or whether or not it's heterosexual. It just completely nails that feeling of just excitement and just nervousness, and also within the scenario of like The Last of Us, because it's dystopian and shit's happening, but also the threat element of that happening to people as well, and like how much they care about each other. But the parts that really caught me off guard and actually got me quite emotional at one point, when like, it's not a spoiler to say this, but certain parts in the story, she'll play guitar. And depending on who's there and around her, they'll kind of interact at that point and, like, you know, speak to her about what she's doing, and she's dead nervous about playing it, but the music kind of takes over at certain parts, and like the songs that she's singing are all, you know, popular songs as well. And that performance, I can never remember the name of the actress, sorry, the actor, but like, she is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, really, really caught me up a couple of times. Hence why, again, I stopped playing it. Have you got to the part with the rocket ship yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Past
part. That part got me. Really got me. And again, not to drift in spoilers, but the moments that you have with people that stick out in your mind. Naughty Dog just do such a good job at the melancholy of that feeling, and like the powerful nature of those memories, and the way it brings it back through like Ellie's kind of like journey that she's on and the things that she's experiencing. It's really well done, really well done.
I don't know why I've held off for so long. I think I got it for like 15 quid.
It's loads of games like that though. It's probably we probably each of us got at least 50 AAAs.
Last of Us Part 1 will be that next week. That's why I'm at holding off.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a deal for that.
Yes.
Are you going to say something there, Alex?
No, I've been contemplating starting this recently as well. I haven't got there. I only played the first one a few months ago, so I wasn't ready to go straight into the second one because I know the second one's quite heavy. And I just wasn't for going straight into it, but I've been kind of thinking about it over the last few weeks and starting it, so hopefully soon.
Definitely recommend it to anybody. Another game, 2, Stanley Parable and Last of Us Part 2. Just so good. Alright, that's it. Do you want to jump into sweet releases?
Ooh, sweet releases.
Sweet releases time, the section where we release sweetly, and kind of discuss games that are coming up. That's it. That's what it means. Like nothing else. It's just upcoming games. Maybe a couple of games in here that are already out, but you know, that's what it is. Not what else. Not what you thought. Not what you thought. So I'll reel through these. Alex, you've kindly added all this. I assume it was you, Alex, that you added all this.
Was indeed, yes.
Okay.
How quick he was to that. Look at it. I've been fucking prepared for my podcast, you gobshites.
Yeah. So what I could do here is I'll reel through the releases and we can go back and talk about them. And then if you want, because you've written lovely little blurbs at the side, I can let you do that.
I wouldn't say I've written. I've stolen some lovely little blurbs.
Copied and well, I'll let you read your copy paste work. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, is this in date order?
Yes, it should be.
All right. So already out last week. Last of Us Part 1, September 2nd. Disney Dreamlight Valley on September 6th. Biomutant also on the 6th of September. Steel Rising on the 8th. NBA 2K23 on the 9th. Splatoon 3. Fucking hell. That's why I'm not reading all this stuff out, because I can struggle. Splatoon 3 on the 9th. You Suck at Parking 14th. Metal Hellsinger 15th. Wayward Strand 15th. Return to Monkey Island 19th. Hard Space Shipbreaker 20th. The Diofield Chronicle 22nd. Potion Permit 22nd. Slime Rancher 2 22nd. Brewmaster on the 29th. And rounding out September, as per this list, FIFA 23.
And that's just a sample. That's not everything.
No.
There's a lot in September again.
Busy month.
As always.
Busy month.
Oh, what's jumping out? What's jumping out there?
I mean, Splatoon 3 jumps out because I just think it's going to be built on 2, and 2 still really holds up in that kind of like team shooter space. So I'm excited to see the new features they've got, the kind of new weapons that are in it. Yeah, and just the new modes as well. So that'll be a great game to play. And I think there's quite a few, like I said before, of us that are picking it up. So that'll be exciting.
I played the Splatfest last weekend.
All right, okay, cool.
Bits of the Splatfest, and I think they need to do a little bit of work. So the Splatfests, you get like an update at halfway, say who's winning. So last weekend, weekend before, it was rock paper scissors. At halfway point, it was scissors that were in the lead. I was on scissors team. So when it goes to that point, you get a tri-color battle. So you get 2 members of rock, 2 members of paper versus 4 on scissors, and you think that might weigh itself out because the rocks can still take out the paper, but all it becomes is it's like a slaughter. So I think at halfway scissors was winning, but by the end scissors came last because it's so unbalanced. So when you've got those 2 and 2, they just seem to just wipe the floor with the team that have 4.
Okay.
It's different. I don't know how that works, but I think it needs a little bit of a tweak.
Yeah, it's
Because I think there's like a rainmaker. I can't remember. There's something that the team can get. Your team can get, and it like basically rains that team's paint color for the duration of the match, and it's impossible. Like those games, the tricolor ones, I didn't enjoy, but everything else was really good. But I think that's been fed back because I think that was one of the big comments that came out of it online.
Yeah,
was about the tricolor battle.
I was found with 2 that I'd either comfortably win or comfortably get beaten. There was no like middle ground where there were like really close matches, or like the matchmaking always felt a little bit imbalanced somehow. So I'm hoping that's the thing that they've kind of sorted. Plus, like the internet connection and the way that things take so long on Nintendo, you know, in terms of like matchmaking again, that's something that just needs to improve, because it would be painful waiting for games to start and then people would drop out and it'd just be a nightmare. So I'm hoping that's another thing that they kind of sort.
I had one dropout, and can't remember if it wasn't during a game. It wasn't during a game, but after a game, I think someone dropped and it chucked me back to the lobby. But that didn't happen in game. But it's quite cool. Like if I was online and playing a game, you would see like my ghost leaning up against the wall, like smoking a cigarette or something like that, like twirling a gun, and you could like go up, hit A, and you could join my game.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
That is cool. I mean, there's loads of good stuff. Ethan's in the chat. Hi, Ethan. Said,
Hi,
sorry
Ethan.
if you've been over this before. Guessing voice chats through the app. I don't actually know.
I don't know either. It's not updated, so I downloaded it. The Nintendo Switch app, which I totally forgot existed. Remember the Nintendo Switch app? Get the state of it. It hasn't been updated. It's still got Splatoon 3, Animal Crossing, and Smash Brothers. I assume that. Splatoon 2. I assume Splatoon 3 will get added.
Yeah. I think they did talk through a lot of it at the Splatoon. That didn't come out right there either. The Splatoon 3 Direct, they did do a whole section on the updated Splatnet, or whatever you call it. The all the new features coming to Splatnet.
I just tighten it up. Like I said, even just then, like just better matchmaking will do me. It's fine.
Yeah, like I said, I enjoyed what I played, but they need to fix the tricolor battle. That's all. That's it. Just do something. Like, I don't know what. I don't work for Nintendo, but they need to fix it. I mean, obviously, Last of Us Part 1. That's something that's already out. Like I've muted that, even though I know the story. I've muted it. I played it. I played the remaster. I've muted it.
Looks fantastic. I mean, just the level of detail that company wants to go into to show homage to its, like, you know, ancestors that have led to the games that's released really recently. It's just second to none. So I'm curious to see what it plays like. If it is just the Last of Us 2 engine and the way it runs and all the bells and whistles behind it, and the general improvements to aesthetic, then I'm totally here for it. I'm excited for it.
They've also gone even further on accessibility options.
Good
for Part 1.
Great.
Like they've gone. It's like I can watch the video for it. there's never been a game that has this much accessibility options.
Which is great to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really is good.
Literally.
So you get like haptic feedback for voice, so that
Really?
when
Okay.
someone speaks, it vibrates in your hand. It's just I
think
really cool.
because they're so connected to the community as well, like because you can't get Neil Druckmann away from like the kind of funny guys, but because they're like he's so interconnected, so ingrained, and like the zeitgeist Ben, and even with the TV show, you know, he seems so invested in that, really heavily involved with it. He's also got this kind of like consciousness of what he needs to bring into his games to make sure that they're meeting the expectations of a community. And accessibility is one at the moment where I think it was Heather who said it on the cross button. I'm not really asked about the new Pro controller, just give me more accessibility on the PlayStation. You know, Microsoft have trailblazed it. Nintendo are way behind. So to see Sony doing it, albeit through one of their studios, it's good. Hopefully they put that as a bit of a benchmark now for all their games.
Definitely. And to be honest, there isn't a lot there that I'm particularly interested in. Brewmaster, so put that. It's Slime Rancher 2.
That was a very kind of cross-players game. I thought Brewmaster.
Brewmaster.
Brew your own beer. It's the simulator for us.
Yeah, that is us. So
does
see,
look
just
good.
Slime Rancher 2. Just quickly, is that the game where I've seen it's like first person, but you can like pick up this like blob and just fucking punt it?
I think so. I think it's first person. Yeah. I think this is it just coming in early access initially. It's been released to come next year. But yeah, I've never played the first one. I know there's quite a lot of people really excited for Slime Rancher 2. It's not one that really excites me, to be honest.
I'd be surprised if this wasn't. Sorry, mate. If this wasn't at EGX as well, because I'm sure the original Slime Rancher was. So it'd be quite a good one to test out then.
I mean, we're all just going to be queuing for Sonic at EGX, we're not?
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
There'll be a queue the same size as that Sword and Shield queue that we were in 2019.
Yeah, that was great. Not.
And there's a couple of other ones on here. Actually, speaking of EGX, we do suck at parking. I don't know if you remember that, and I think that was in the left field selection last year at EGX.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It looked really cool. So quite happy to see that coming finally. It's coming Game Pass Day 1 as well, so I'll definitely be having a go at that. Same Metal Hellslinger's not necessarily Hellslinger. I keep calling it Hellslinger. It's not Hellslinger. It's Hellsinger. Looks really cool. Again, it was just announced today that that's now going to be day 1 on Game Pass, and it just looks like a lot of fun. It's like that kind of Doom-esque kind of gameplay, but it is a rhythm-based shooter, a bit like was it Soundfall was earlier in the year. So it's taking that kind of heavy rock, heavy metal soundtrack, but you're basically slaying to that soundtrack. It's quite cool. Good. And obviously Disney Dreamlight Valley. I mean, who doesn't want to build their own Disney Dream Worlds? I mean, that's
a good point. I hadn't thought about it like that.
That's just it ticks so many boxes. I want to go and have Mickey and Minnie and Buzz and all that doting about me.
Yeah. I guess the last ever FIFA.
Yeah.
Ever?
By EA.
End of an era. End of an era.
As usual, I'm tempted to pick it up. As usual, I'm having that stage where I'm like, well, I just get it because I know I'll enjoy it for 6 weeks. And then I'm a bit like, nah, I've got too much else to play, and at some point I'll just hit the button.
Dan is going to tell you to pick it up.
I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it this
time.
time.
You not?
Nah, I go through phases of maybe like 2 or 3 years of picking it up and then just kind of dropping out.
Yeah.
But it's that year where, and it came quite quickly to Game Pass, didn't it? As in
22.
Yeah,
well,
22
kind of
days,
end of May, beginning of June, so it wasn't. It's not been that long.
Yeah, okay, so not too long, but even then, for what I'd spend on Ultimate Team, and it would be the game that I play a lot of, and kit's starting to stay back upstairs now in the cot. So now that the big telly's kind of free, you know, I want to go and finish Last of Us 2, I want to play Horizon, I want to Elden Ring DLC when that inevitably comes out, you know, February or whenever it's going to be next year. Like all of those different things, like I want to play on the big telly. I don't want to think that there's just a quick, easy fix, you know, in terms of like a fast food game like FIFA. So
I know that's what's kind of So like I'm trying. I can't tell you the last time I didn't buy it. Like so, I couldn't tell you the year that I've not had it. But I'm like this
Really?
year, like,
You get it every year?
mhm.
I would always skip it. I
I
always
just
skipped a
end
year.
up doing it. No,
True.
I've had it every year. For don't know how long. But I very much this year, I'm like, I don't need it. I'm enjoying too many other games. It's just going to take away from everything else. And I'm like, just so I'm
Yeah.
trying
See-
to resist.
See, in FIFA, do you? Because I like playing career mode or whatever, where you get like 15 seasons as a pro. But like I'd played, like I said, I only get like every other year. So like I had 14, then I got 17, and then I had 20. But then since then, it's been on Game Pass. But see, all those, like I'd just go through like season after season,
Yeah.
and I'd make it like, so the first person would be me, like Lewis Wilson. And every other one would be Lewis Wilson. Every other career after that, I'd say like, oh, this is the original Lewis Wilson's son, and I'd go have it like it was his like legacy. They all played for like Fulham or Hearts or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I very rarely ever play career mode. It's always Ultimate Team.
I always just do career stuff. Always.
You're just like constantly like, oh my god, yeah, you're such a good player. That's because I'm your son. And then you go to bed the next day like, you've got my eyes. I love you, Dad. No. Heartbeat.
Family legacy.
Yeah, it's good. Apart from that, yeah, Monkey Island, that's going to be super popular.
Yes.
I do like the look of Brewmaster, like you said. NBA 2K23. Yeah, I haven't played an NBA 2K game in years, so I'm a little bit tempted by that. And again, that's another historic drop, isn't it, on either PS Plus or Game Pass at some point. So
Yeah.
I'd be interested. And again, I've kind of said that about The Last of Us Part 1. I think that'll probably come within a year to PS Plus, so it might be worth waiting. And Potion Permit looks good. I've just been Googling that. Looks very similar to like Harvest Moon kind of aesthetic.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it looks interesting. So I'll wait for a couple of reviews there. But there's quite a hefty. That's a P-Cube game, so that's more likely going to be EGX as well. But it's quite a hefty, hefty physical edition coming. So.
No, what about the Diofield Chronicle? I thought that was one that would maybe be one for you because it's very. I've heard of it a lot of kind of Final Fantasy Tactics type game. It's coming from Square, I'm sure. But they're taking it slightly different. Diofield Chronicle.
Anything that's called like that, I just instantly am turned off from. But
skip over it.
I mean, even the
I
blurb
do the
that comes
same.
about it, they talk about this real-time tactic battle system and all this. It's very Square and how they're presenting it.
yeah,
I've heard people kind of talk about it. It's kind of almost a refined version of Final Fantasy Tactic.
looking at it now.
Nah,
Yeah,
don't look impressed.
bit on the fence here.
Yeah.
It's that kind of. You know what? Maybe okay. It looks okay. That tactical kind of RPG. I do actually enjoy them. I used to have a really old Warhammer game. I can't remember which one it was, and that set me off down that path of TRPGs. So I'll see how it reviews. I'm up for that game like that. I still want to really play. What was the name of the Aliens? XCOM. That's my kind of one of those games
XCOM,
that's
yeah.
got out of where I've always wanted to play it. I think I've got it on every console, and I've just never because it's always on sale, and I've just never got around to playing it. So I'll bear that one in mind.
Here's a little game, but just before we move on, because reading the blurbs that you copied and pasted, Alex. After I thought that it was your own penmanship.
No, it didn't go that far.
Okay, so let's just guess the game. What game is this? Moonbreed residents need healing, and you're the best chemist around. With your trusty tools, it's obvious, a brewing cauldron and a canine companion at your side, you'll need to diagnose symptoms, gather ingredients, brew potions, and cure ailments in this open-ended sim RPG.
Imagine trying to pitch that.
That mental health thing, are you?
Yeah, Splatoon. Yeah, to be fair, it could be any of those games, couldn't it? But I'm guessing it's Brewmaster.
No,
Well,
Potion Permit.
Well,
I also thought it was Brewmaster, then I've scrolled down and there's Brew Your Perfect Beer and this relaxing home brewing sim. Let's do one more. We'll do one more. Let's try and find one. Let's see his name. I'll go over the name. An action RPG with a strong emphasis on fast-paced combat is set in an alternate timeline based on the French Revolution of 1789.
Steel Rising. I know that's what that one is.
Yeah, it's Steel Rising, yeah. There's a lot more there.
That
but
actually
let's-
looks half decent. It's not my type of game, but I seen IGN do a bit of a preview of it. I think the gameplay actually looked alright.
Thanks for saving me before I had to say it. You are... and just...
How's this for a sentence, though?
just-
Play as Casey Beaumaris, intrepid teenage journalist, as she visits an airborne hospital for the first time. Are you on
I quite
crack?
like the sound of that game.
Yeah, but like...
What was that?
Wayward
yeah,
Strand.
Wave-
Yeah. Play as
yeah.
Casey Beaumaris, intrepid teenage journalist. So you've got someone called Casey Beaumaris, who's visiting an airborne hospital for the first time, who's an intrepid teenage journalist.
So that's, yeah,
She sounds ideal.
Crazy.
something for the
Gaming.
For the CV.
2022, man. Nuts.
Gaming.
Gaming.
Hashtag. All right, let's move on to the Dusties. The Dusties does not have a stinger, but as I'm sure everyone remembers, unlike me, as I frantically stall to find the little bit that I wrote for this, and it's in here. Oh, it's right. It's honestly already open in front of me, and I was looking at it but didn't notice. So generally, we're all lucky enough to have all of us current gen consoles, but which one is used more than others? Presenting the Dusties. Which console collects the most dust? Once a month, we'll discuss which one hasn't been getting used and why. The votes will tally up, and during the Game of the Year episode, we can present the award for Dustiest Machine. So, all tying at the moment, with one vote each, Xbox, Switch, and PC. Last one, Alex, to no one's surprise, picked Switch. I've got a funny feeling I'm going to hear that again today. I said PS5 and Ben said Xbox. So throughout the month of August, Alex,
Mm-hmm.
which machine did you use the least?
Let me think about this one.
Absolute fucking scumbag.
I'll answer. Easy for me. If you're genuinely thinking, unless you're just being ironic.
I've just been ironic.
Oh yeah, go for you. Okay.
This has most definitely been my Switch again.
Dry.
But it has been on, so that's a good step in the right direction.
Wave
and
race.
then with Wave Brace towards the end of the month, until my hand gave up on me, it was played quite a lot. So I mean, that's good.
So you played the Switch least.
Yes. No,
I've
probably-
listened to Afterlife.
I hate my Switch.
Pure Gaming Podcast. You fucking said you hated it. I was
I
driving
do hate
home.
my
From,
Switch.
I was driving home from a funeral, Alex. I nearly crashed my car.
I do hate my Switch though, because it just doesn't do what I wanted to do.
It doesn't give you achievements, and that's
It doesn't give me
rubbish.
achievements. This is one. It doesn't give me the games I really want to play, to be honest. 'Cause
That's like-
I don't really want to play Nintendo games.
It's like getting angry at a kettle because it can't suck you off.
Oh yeah.
There's a hole, though, so it should be able to.
It's whistling at me.
Nah. It has unfortunately been my Switch again, but it has been used more in August than it got used in July. So I mean, it's on a good trajectory. And PlayStation's probably second, and I've probably been back to playing the Xbox most this month, whereas PlayStation and Xbox were probably level just before, but I'm probably a wee bit more Xbox.
Okay, I'll accept that. Dan, what about yourself?
PlayStation 5.
Played least.
So the Xbox on in here for when I was playing Fortnite quite a bit. Dragging Alex through a win. That was normal. So got through that. And then obviously playing Switch quite a bit at the moment for Cult of the Lamb and Curse to Golf. So PlayStation 5 is the least at this point. But
Okay.
I switched it on accidentally before as well. So.
It's funny, because you see when you're saying that about dragging me through a win in Fortnite, there was a thing that Jamie Pennon had put on the general chat on our Discord, and it was a video of all these things, point of view, you're a gamer, and one of the bits in it said, and I'm like, this is so relatable, getting 0 kills, but your team still wins. Definitely me.
You got a kill. I'm sure you got a kill.
I think I did get a kill,
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
fair, but not many.
Yeah. I always get more
You
assists.
got a kill and then you turned on friendly fire and you got no kills.
No, it's when I was killing and I was like offing people. And because the Alex is coming in like stealing the fucking blue gun or something. Like, what are you doing?
No,
What?
in
What you
fairness,
mean?
the worst person for that was Nate. He was running
Nate
in and
was-
stealing everything.
He was literally just all of the gold bullying and everything. He's just like rubbing it off. I'm like, what are you doing, mate?
He was total scavenging.
Was didn't give a shit, did he?
No.
Classic. And it's actually a draw again. So it's the Xbox for me. Just not been playing it as much.
Okay.
Obviously, Last of Us. It's a Rollerdrome on PS5. Switch has been like Stanley Parable and various N64 games. Yeah, Xbox. I actually was going back through, and it's a question I'm going to ask, I think, later in the year, because I think there's a few of us that are putting on games we've completed on Twitter. That's the only way I use it now is to put on an image of a game that I've completed. I've went back through and I was like, okay, I've been like switch, like games I can switch, PS5, switch, PS5. I've only done one Xbox game this year, and that was Alan Wake, and that was the first game. But I'd still say generally, I use the Xbox more. I think I used to use it more to play, like I said before, like Sea of Thieves and Power Wash Simulator, games that have no end. So yeah, it's a draw again. We're all tied. We are all tied. The consoles are all tied. So I say we as in me and the Switch, with buddies, arms around each other.
My Switch has potential for September though, because I've got a fairly long train journey down to EGX. Some way of getting back from EGX. Not quite sure what that is yet.
Have you not got travel?
Nah, I still don't know anything coming back yet. There's still no trains, but we'll see what
Get
happens.
Cardboard sign and some hot pants. Hitchhike all the way home. That's all I'm saying. You'll be fine.
And then come back from EGX, and then I've got a work trip at the end of the month that I'm going to get trains back down and up from again.
Winner.
Stay away for a night, so it might actually get played a bit more.
Or you just cut your Xbox down. Yeah, put it in a bag.
That's why I wish I had a Series S. So
you could still get a Series S. You could trade it in. You could not trade anything in, but you could go and buy one.
Game were doing a 50% deal again, weren't they? Saw that in a few
places. It
was
only on the X this time.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gobshites.
All right, two votes each again. I hope it doesn't get to December, and it's however many votes. I guess it's not that many if it's just once a month.
Yeah. Well, I suppose the next, at least then, if something will get more than once if we end up just having a podcast with four of us sometime soon.
Oh yes, good point.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Very good point. All right, moving on. Alex, you're going to treat us. You're going to shower us with a quiz.
You like a little quiz? So this is my new quiz that I come up with all from the mind of the achievement hunter that I am. So I love an achievement.
You didn't steal it from the IGN podcast like what Dan would do, no?
They steal it too. In fairness, it's not like them.
If I stole this from anywhere, it was inadvertent. I certainly.
That's an original idea.
And by the end that I definitely
fucking
wasn't worth doing. But yeah, so this is called OGs. So it's you again. So it's Dan against Lewis, and it's up to you guys whether you want to put anything at stake. I'm not going to force it, but if you want to put a little wager on it between,
can we put a wager on
second born child? Oh,
who shares rooms at EGX?
So what's the punishment?
I know, so what's the punishment?
Who stays with the hot pants? But
it's
fine.
It's going to say, is it me and Ethan? Which ones do you not want?
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I was like
I don't want fucking any of you. So there we go. That's it. If I win, all three of you got to go and save. Otherwise, I get both beds.
Ethan's leaving here. He's probably still leaving the chat. He's probably left.
He probably is. I won't blame him. He's too tall for the chat. All right, what we bet? All right, I'll bet you a pint when we meet up.
Fine.
Okay.
Deal.
So do you want the rules? Take you through the rules?
Nah, just go.
Yeah.
Right, so there's 5 rules each. Sorry, there's 5 rounds, and each round relates to one game.
5
for each 5 rounds. It doesn't take that long. Don't worry. Right. For each game, I've picked 5 random achievements from the game. you need to buzz in when you think you know what the answer is. You need to pick your own buzzer.
Buzzing.
I'll be
Buzzers, buzz in.
Buzz.
Right, Dan's buzzing. what?
Pikmin.
Lewis buzzer?
Yeah, if Dan's going buzzing, I'll go peek me.
Oh no! I know what I'm doing. All right, guys.
Okay, so we've got. All right, guys, and peek me.
Oh, yes.
So basically,
Lewis?
I'm going to tell you the name of an achievement, and you need to guess what that achievement is from. There's going to be 5. We'll do it one at a time. If you buzz in and you're wrong, you will be frozen out for the rest of the round.
This sounds awfully like a quiz we've done before. It's stolen.
Not finished yet.
Sorry.
Heard that before.
But you need to get to a point. So each achievement is worth the number of gamer score that it'd be worth in the game, and they're in
Christ.
no particular order. So you need to then maybe wonder if that's worth a little few points. If you need to get more points, I need to wait till something later and weigh it up. Is it time to buzz in, or do I need to wait? Okay, does that make sense? Know what we're trying?
No, let's go.
Right. So
Um,
essentially, I'm going to read you one achievement at a time, 5 in total, and you need to guess the game. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Pen and paper at the ready to keep scores.
We can sit in front of a computer.
Oh no, I need to write it down. Yes. So first game, first achievement, crosser of thresholds.
Pikmin.
Okay.
Control.
No. So
Yes,
you
it is.
are- No, it's not.
No. Yes.
So you're now frozen out. So Dan, you've got another 4.
Oh wait there. But I thought it was frozen out for that one.
No,
I'm
what?
frozen for the.
why'd you-
that round.
That wasn't the rule. I heard the rules.
Oh,
Pay
I
attention.
wasn't listening.
Yeah, so you're now frozen out for the whole game. So Dan's got the next
Jesus.
spot himself. So you
Excuse
can either-
Alex, can you tell him to shut the fuck up, please? Because he's
Yes. Please have some respect for the player who's still allowed to play.
Impossible.
Yeah. So next one, Dan. Weapons of plenty.
okay.
No, nothing on that one.
Don't need to answer, do I?
No.
Or do I?
No, but again, depending on which one you get right, depends how many points you get. Right. Next one. Keeper of secrets.
Brookies.
Okay.
Fourth one. Wear of souls. Wear of souls.
Wearer of souls.
Wear, like as in wait, wear.
Oh, okay. Wait.
I understood that, Alex.
Wait, can I have the others up to this point? Am I allowed that?
Yeah, you can. So you get crosser of thresholds, weapons of plenty, keeper of secrets, wear of souls.
Next one.
The last one, death to non-believers.
Can I ask a question?
Call to the Lamb.
It is Cult of the Lamb.
I played that on Switch
Any-
as well, and that's impressive to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 15 points for that one, Dan.
Well done, Dan.
Don't
If you'd
patronise.
have got it in the previous one, it would have been 50.
Oh.
I would say he didn't buzz in. You know,
Buzz
I know
in.
he's only, he's playing.
He
I was playing on his own, but I think he still should have buzzed in. So I don't think he should have given them the points.
Bitter.
Round 2. So first one here, like the old days.
Are they all current gen games?
Yeah, they're all decent games.
Oh.
And all, and I did tailor it to things that I think you thought you would know they were as well.
And what's that game? Say that again.
Like the old days. Yeah.
Oh, guys.
Dan,
Control.
no.
Oh, fuck.
That's you're now frozen out, and Lewis has free reign for the next one. Do you want the next one?
Yeah, you know what? You
You
know
should
my
stay like
thoughts?
that the whole time.
Yeah. You know my thoughts on achievements. I'm gonna get none of these. On you go.
Special report.
Nah. Keep going.
Buffoons. I'm just talking to you two now.
Beg your pardon. Right.
Most fearsome fighting team.
I mean, can I go back once we've moved on? Can I come
There's
back
no
to
point
one?
go back. You can just answer it.
Yeah.
What if I get it wrong? I get frozen out. I get frozen. I get frozen out.
Well, just nobody gets any
Hit
point.
the rabbit, George.
No, but then what? But I'm saying, what if I want to get the others? How many more is there?
There's only one more.
If you say that one, can I then go back and answer this one?
I've got work in 10
No,
hours.
you can't. You can't. It's just
Okay.
whatever one you end up on.
I'm going to say that one's Shredder's Revenge.
It is indeed.
Ah, fuck.
25 points for that one, Lewis.
He's making it up now.
The last one was Pizza Time. And that would've
Also
got you-
Shredder's Revenge.
But that would have got you there. But they're all Shredder's Revenge. That's the point.
I really wasn't paying. Are they all the same game? Okay, right.
Oh my! It wasn't even the rules. This common sense. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
but you'd have got 35 points for the last.
I thought it was all different games.
No. One game per round.
I didn't. I wasn't paying any attention. I said I didn't hear the rules, so I tuned it all out.
Round 3. First one, Man on a Mission.
It's all the same game. This is one game. These five. Done.
No. Next one.
No.
World Explorer.
Hi guys.
Dan?
Halo Infinite.
Nah. Frozen out. Frozen out. The next one, Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Plays well with others.
Nah. Next.
Gunsmith.
Ooh. Next one.
Shelter from the Storm.
Is it Outer Wilds?
No.
Is there
No
guns in
point.
that?
Hi guys.
Dan?
Fortnite.
It is Fortnite, but you don't get any points because you were frozen out.
Well, yes.
Well,
There's no
surely
steals in this round.
Yeah, but surely that's not a steal. I got
No.
unfrozen back in the
Listen,
game.
please
Inserted in there, answered it.
Respect the rules.
Shut
like
up.
I have been respecting them.
Sick of you. Shut up. And go off people, you know.
That's it. That's it. Your punishment is you're fucking spending your time at EGX in the room with me.
Round 4. First one, The Family Secret. Lewis.
Edith Finch.
Nah.
Ah, freeze out, you bastard.
Next one, Three-Headed Boy.
Lewis Wilson. Got 2 penises.
I heard that.
I heard that.
I'm sharing the
Wow.
Lewis now.
I know, yeah. No.
I could share with 2 people then.
Sorry. Depends which way they point. So, can you... Sorry, can you... I've completely lost track of what that keyword is now
Hey,
because
sorry.
it... Yeah.
The first
like
one
a-
was Family Secret.
like a
Second one,
V.
Three-Headed Boy.
Lewis, shut up. Say that again. Family Secret and Three-Headed Boy. Family
Next
Secret,
one.
Three-Headed Boy. Family Secret. What's the Family Secret? Yeah, go on.
Blessed by the Gods.
Oh, guys.
Go for it.
Hades.
It is indeed that. And that is another 15 points. But if you'd have waited to the next one, it was Is There No Escape? And that would have got you 50. And Escape to Elysium
Good
would have got
gamble.
you 25.
Good gamble. I like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good gamble. Good game, that.
Last one.
Oh, shit. I thought
I almost.
I'll win it.
No, but you're on 30 points and Lewis is on 25. So it's winner takes all.
Suck it, Lewis.
Unless we both get it wrong.
Well, yeah.
Well, I don't
Well, then
know.
I'll definitely lose, then you'll
That's
win.
how the game wins.
Yeah.
Unless that's a rule we've missed. Can happen.
First one, Conga Line.
Conga line. Congleton. Conga line.
Next one.
Yeah.
Plot head.
Plot head.
Yeah.
I think I know the answer, but I don't want to say it.
On you go. Go on, be brave.
No.
Next one.
Yeah.
Academy of Umbrellas.
Pick me.
Lewis.
Death's Door.
It is indeed.
Bollocks.
Lewis is the winner. That got you a whole 100 points. 100.
Look how happy he is with 100 points. You needed 6. You needed 6.
Suck it. Suck it. Suck it. That's what you'll be doing at EGX. Suck it.
Which one?
Both six.
There's so many.
One in each eye.
There's only 2. It's still too many. One in each. Hold on.
That'll bring tears.
Pink eye.
That was good.
That was very good. That was very nice.
That was good.
That's ruined my night. Thank you.
Sorry, Dan.
Ruined this night and the EGX nights.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Nights, yeah, 2, plural.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, yeah. It was an entirely original idea. That was nice. It was good.
Good. Risk and reward. I love it.
Yeah, that was good.
Ironically, Lewis's 2 penis names.
All right, let's close this. Let's close this thing out. Like I said, hour and a half. Always know. If you like what we do, you can consider becoming a Patreon producer for as little as £2 a month, and that'll gain you access to exclusive content, perks, and giveaways. You can have your say on the content we make, much like Sarah Purbrick, who's also a constituent member of our lovely, lovely WhatsApp chat.
Nice.
Yeah. Other patrons are Mark Hammond, Luke Cooper, Rebecca Rudranath, Tyler Renoir, Jason Frost, Lalena DeSaltals, Des Hotels, apologies, Carl Hughes, Sean Hughes, distant cousins, Ethan Hunt, Kevin Scully, Max Wright, Sticky Simpson, Nate Ellingsworth, and Runestorm, whose his games are getting a physical release.
Are they?
Well done. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well done, mate. We need to get a copy of them. I'll be up for that. I have to hide them in a cupboard, but
Yeah, heading away.
Yeah.
What's this?
I'm getting a copy of them.
Yeah, they're getting, I think the three of them. 3 are getting released, I
Yeah.
think.
You posted the details on Discord.
He did,
didn't see
very
that.
well done.
Missed that.
Very
I'll have to
well
go. That's amazing.
done. Alex, do you want to tell people where they can find you online? You don't have to. I'm not.
Probably best place to find me is Discord, to be honest. Come
Good.
into our Discord, say hello. We're friendly. Sometimes.
Yeah, it depends. Dan, what about you?
Same, to be honest. Like, just find me on Discord. It's fine. I'm not going to say the Twitter because Ben will get annoyed. Feel better, Ben. Should say that as well. On the 22nd, we'll be at EGX. Oh no, 23rd.
We will be.
Friday.
Come and say hi.
Hello.
Yeah, let us know if you're going. That'll be quite cool if anyone's listening.
We've got some lovely new t-shirts as well. They'll be on the. Are they on Redbubble now?
Some of them are on Red Bull, but what I might do is I'm probably going to pick a design out based on the ones that we've ordered that are coming tomorrow that we're wearing for EGX. And if that design's cool and we like it, might do a version of that and buy in bulk, and then see whether or not we can do it at cost for our lovely patrons and listeners. So watch this space.
And if you are there, have you got the little sticker there still?
I have somewhere.
You can come up and speak to us, and we're going to be doing. Well, I won't say what we'll be doing, but there's a possibility that you can win a delightful little sticker like that. It's like a ribbon.
It's very shiny.
Ribbon sticker. It is.
Shiny little
It's very nice.
It's a ribbon for winning something.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to win. I'm not going to tell you what, like Lewis says, but you will see is that the sign is 60% bigger than it was last year.
For God's sake.
Jesus
it's
Christ.
fucking cute. Like, you know, you get like A4, A5, A3, A2. Like, this is B.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it went to B. So
It's B?
It's a B. It's a B. So fuck knows I'm getting that on the train. I'm going to look like a right fucking idiot anyway. Hopefully we are driving now so I can fit it in the back of the car and not stress about it. But yeah, it's 60% bigger than the sign that we've had before.
Well, I'm not sweet talking to security people to hide it for us this year.
It worked last year. So I think we can probably do the same thing again. I'd be surprised if we get it in, if I'm brutally honest. May not be a bad thing if we don't, so...
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll
You
see.
may see a big sign, you may not.
You will not miss the big sign. It's going to be bigger than some of the stands by the sound of things. So it's good. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Excited to see your mugs.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And if you don't get a sticker, you'll maybe get shouted at by Laurie.
Yeah. What's your
Yeah.
name?
Oh, the sign!
Who'd you vote for? How many pictures?
Yeah. So yeah, if you do, I mean, we'll probably record another one of these before EGX. But if you don't listen to the one after this, before EGX, and you see us, come and say hi. We're all very approachable and nice people, despite what you might think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So come
We
and say hi.
probably won't actually be together, though. You probably need to find us, like, because we don't really like each other.
No.
It's the thing. It's like we're like the Police, the band. You know, we just
Yeah.
come off stage, we have a bust up. We're only going to EGX, so we can have a dusty in the old car park.
Yeah. I mean, I'd recommend maybe not approaching Mark first. Maybe someone else.
I forgot Mark's
Yeah.
going. That's gonna be funny.
Could be
And
one
Max
of the
as well.
last things you ever do.
Don't go near Max. Honest to God.
guys.
Yes. Oh, hi guys, can I help your leg? Oh my God, what?
Yeah.
Is that Lynx Africa? Oh, beats Africa.
Max will hold you against the wall, and he'll ask you like, "What's these shoes I've got on? What's special about them? What's special about them?
Dan's
What's
gonna
special
know.
about these shoes?
That's good to know, everybody. Have you got any kids?
Oh, is it this? No. Is it that? No. Is it this? No. Is it this? No. Jesus Christ! What are these shoes special for? Dan will know. Come on, Dan. What is it?
Do you want to wear your shoes? Do you want to smell them? Do you want to smell the shoes? Oh my God, what's your problem? Oh my God, you ever seen a grown man bathe? What do you want to do? Do you want to get a pie?
It's like he's here.
Oh, do you want to see my ice cream van? Get in the van.
Having a little chuckle at that. If you wonder what all this is, you need to be in WhatsApp.
You do. You
This
really
is all
do.
like a massive in joke. Only the people who want to pay attention in WhatsApp will get it. Well worth your time. Well worth your time. But yeah, you can go to thecrossplayers.com, and all there is all relevant links to all the places like Discord, to Patreon, to the Redbubble shop. If you don't want to go to Patreon via there, you can go patreon.com/thecrossplayers, like mentioned before. Come and support us. Come and be a friend. Speaking of friends, if you don't want to support us monetarily, tell your friends about us. Spread the word. And that's it. That's it.
Of the cross players.
Right.
Viva
There
la
we go.
revolution. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Meh. Oh, where's the button? Here it is.
Kept you waiting, huh?